Expand. Don't snap. Where did you feel? The video can do the snapping. Don't tell it to the L.
Yes, on the Bayi, now welcome to this channel where they give an Ogbonge update on waiting they happen for Biafran territory and how the Zoo they collect the woto. Make una listen to Prime Minister has given a complete update of this woto we just happened. We are sure that one where they bow down like that one we don't send them to judgment already. Listen to Prime Minister.
So the security report is that we continue to call on Biafrans in Olo State to be very security conscious. Those of you who are yet to flee your home, you will continue to stay indoor as long as this war lasts, because once you come outside, they're going to kill you. You know, it is what they do, what they are there to do is to kill as many Biafra as possible. And like I said, it will not stop this Biafra declaration from happening this year. It will not stop us from getting our freedom. So you have to be very, very security conscious. Be strong where you are. Biafra forces are doing the needful. But what I will assure you, like I've assured in the past, is that you see, we will sustain this as long as possible, as long as they want. If they want to stay 1 month in Olo with their armored tank, believe me, we are ready to sustain it for 3 months, and we will start bombing them from the air very soon. If they want to spend 2 months in Olo trying to subdue our men, waiting for when our bullet will finish, believe me, they have a long way to go. Our bullets can never finish. We prepared for them, and we know that the days like this will come. If they are waiting to see that our arms and our bombs will finish, believe me, you can know that they have nothing to offer. A war where you will be waiting for somebody's bullet to finish before you can fight the person. You have not started. So I want to assure Biafran people that we are equal to the task. Remember, you have to continue to support the Biafra Defense Force as the only way to your freedom, only way to your happiness, only way to your freedom and the security of Biafraland. We have sealed the entire state. It is state by state. The Biafra Defense Force will continue to decimate targets. Our targets are those slaughterhouses they call prisons, those slaughterhouses they call detention centers, those slaughterhouses, especially where they keep our people in deep freezer, in barracks, in many military bases. These are targets. So, like I have been warning and calling attention of Biafra people for the past month, if you are staying very close to barracks, please be very, very security conscious. Once it is 6 o'clock, go to your home and never come out. I am telling you the fact. Once it is 6 p.m., go inside your house. And I am telling you, not just in Olo, I'm saying anywhere in Biafraland, and you live very close to any military barracks, any military base. Once it's p.m., go inside your house. Don't come out. Because when the Biafra forces will visit that place to decimate it, believe me, we don't want to see any Biafra falling victim. It is our responsibility to protect you as much as possible. And that's why we will continue to call your attention before anything will happen to any place. Our target is that those places where our people are being slaughtered will be decimated one after the other. And believe me, it is going to happen in your own very eyes. Every prison or so-called slaughterhouse where our people that have disappeared for many months are being kept, we will all decimate all of them. From Okigwe to Owerri to Obinze to 82 to Anambra, everywhere where I am telling you, we are not hiding it. What we are saying is that you cannot continue to kill Biafrans anymore. We have risen up to make sure that we defend our land. The difference here is that Americans were not being killed like we are being killed today. It was only policy that was not favorable to them by the British. The same policy is against us. The same ethnic cleansing is going on against our Biafra people. The same annihilation is happening. So they have come with policy, guns, bullets, and barrels of gun. Added to the injustice, added to the impunity, added to the marginalization, added to other impunity and other exclusion in the government of Nigeria since 1967. So since 1970, after the war. So they have come to kill, not just about policy. So we are, we have been at the receiving end, paying the price of one Nigeria over 50 years. And this is the time that we are taking it upon ourselves to stop Nigeria from killing us. And the stopping of Nigeria from killing us is not by always standing and waiting for them to come and you defend yourself. No, we are taking this war to them. The best first defense is to attack the enemies while they are planning to attack you. And because they have attacked us, that particular attack and killings of Biafra people has been established in many print media. There are many videos out there, and the British government. Now, the British officials throughout the colonies increasingly found their authority challenged by informal local government, although loyalist sentiment remains strong in some areas. So, at the same time, why this informal government, local government, or not even a state government or federal government, but local government, informal local government, why they fight against the British rule, there are still some influential. The Sabo, just like we have them in Biafra today, those who say instead of not Nigeria, they will die. And they are definitely going to die. They are loyal. There are still people loyal to Nigeria in Biafraland today. The same way so many people in North America were loyal to British imperialism. Why the people who are in charge of the local government, the informal local government, were actually fighting for the benefit and the best interest of every North Americans. Some idiots, some criminals among them were still loyal to British government. Despite these challenges and despite these changes, colonial leaders hope to reconcile with the British government. And all but the most radical members of the Congress were unwilling to declare independent. However, in late 18 or 1775, Benjamin Franklin, then a member of the Secret Committee of Correspondence, hinted to French agents and other European sympathizers that the colonies were increasingly leaning towards seeking independence because of the heat that they received from those who were ready to take their freedom and America become what it is today. While perhaps true, Franklin also hoped to convince the French to supply the colonies with aid. Independence would be necessary, however, before French officials would consider the possibility of alliance. Throughout the winter of 1775 to 1776, the members of the Continental Congress came to view reconciliation with the British as unlikely, and independence the only course of action available to them. Today, it is the same thing with us. This has happened to America over 200 years ago. Today, it is happening to us. There is no chance of reconciling with Nigeria. The only thing that will reconcile us as a people, as a nation with Nigeria is when we parted away with them. It's only the independence of Biafra that is going to reconcile us with anything Nigeria. Once we have independence, the reconciliation will start because we are going to be good neighbors, we are going to do businesses, we are going to go into alliances, and everybody will respect each other border, each other law, and each other jurisdiction. So we are not going to reconcile with Nigeria until we have our independence from them. And this is exactly what is playing out here, but a lot of people don't know history. So throughout this time, the members of the Congress came to that view of reconciliation with the British as unlikely, and independence is the only course available to them. When on December 22, 1775, the British Parliament prohibited trade with the colonies, Congress responded in April of 1776 by opening colonial ports. This was a major step toward severing ties with Britain. The colonies were aided by the January publication of Thomas Paine, a pamphlet, Common Sense, which advocated the colonies independent and was widely distributed throughout the colonies. By February of 1776, colonial leaders were discussing the possibility of forming a foreign alliance and began to draft the model treaty that would serve as a basis for the 1978 alliance with France. The same thing, the same game Britain is telling Nigeria to play today. Look at them. Now, the president of Nigeria, that is a drug lord, is running to France. Our own sister called Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, you can see her dancing with the president of France. All of them are ready to sell anything sellable in order to maintain their status quo within the society, because Nigeria has made them. Nobody wants to lose his or her relevancies. It is called selfish interest. You do not want to have the interest of the majority of your people to override your interest. It is always your selfish interest, whatever that favors your status in the society, you don't want to jeopardize it. So they see that supporting Biafra is like jeopardizing the status they have attained from Nigeria. That is what is happening. Why other people did not do that? Of course, even in the history, many people did it. Why I want to touch this history a little bit before going into what is happening as our security report today is so that you know why Biafra government has raised this army called the Biafra Liberation Army and Biafra Resistance Fighters. The brutality of Nigeria can no longer be condoned by anyone. The brutality of Nigeria, genocide against Biafra people, ethnic cleansing happening all over Nigeria. The Biafra people have taken to bomb themselves, and we have raised this army. The volunteer army, the unpaid army, the army of volunteers, and they are called the Biafra Liberation Army. Biafra Resistance Fighters and Navy. You can never defeat them. Those of them, mercenaries that they have hired today, are receiving $1,000 a day to fight in Biafraland, and we are decimating them. Why the people that are fighting with them, alongside with them from Nigeria, are receiving 50,000 naira a month? How much is 50,000 naira when you convert to dollar? When I will answer questions, somebody need to convert it to dollar and tell me why they are paying their mercenaries $1,000. $1,000 today is about 1.6 million. 1.6 million they are paying to their mercenaries who came to our land and they refused to walk on their foot. They are inside armored tank shooting. They don't want to come down. Those coming down and they are getting killed by the Biafra army are receiving 50,000 naira a day. Why those who are directing, commanding them what to do, how to do it, are receiving $1,000 a day? 1.6 million. And you receive $50,000 and you go there and die. You will die in Biafraland and you will not stop Biafra from coming. At the end of the day, Biafra will come.
Yes, now welcome back. I say make I buttress this information where Prime Minister talk about wetin dey happen for Imo State, the old Imo State, from Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, the Chief of Defense Staff of Biafra Republic Government in Exile, terrorist Nigerian army recruit and sponsored by Nigerian government President Tinubu and Imo State Governor Opuzobanjo, dealt with in Biafraland by the Biafran Liberation Army. Now, so the Chief of Staff talking for our Twitter page with that, because say information dey flow, but this one authentic information and confirmatory information we I get for now. For this matter, me I go rest my case. Una thank you.